The next phrase is put somebody in a difficult position. Put somebody in a difficult position means to cause someone to face a tough or uncomfortable situation. The surprise question put him in a difficult position. This means the unexpected question made him uncomfortable. Her decision put me in a difficult position at work. This means her choice made my job harder. The situation put us in a difficult position with the client. This means the problem made things harder for us with the client. The next phrase is put something forward or put forward something. Put something forward means to suggest or propose an idea or plan. He put forward a new idea during the meeting. This means he suggested a new idea in the meeting. She put forward a plan to improve sales. This means she proposed a plan to help the business. They put forward a proposal to reduce costs. This means they suggested an idea to make things cheaper. The next phrase is put something into practice. Put something into practice means to start doing something according to a plan or idea. It's time to put your skills into practice. This means now you should start using what you've learned. They put the new policy into practice last month. This means they started using the new policy last month. We will put the new strategies into practice soon. This means we will start using the new strategies shortly. The next phrase is put your mind to something. Put your mind to something means to focus on something and work hard to achieve it. If you put your mind to it, you can finish the project on time. This means if you focus, you will complete the work by the deadline. She put her mind to learning Spanish. This means she decided to focus and learn Spanish. He put his mind to solving the problem quickly. This means he focused on fixing the problem as possible. The next phrase is put somebody in the picture. Put somebody in the picture means to tell someone all the important details about something. Can you put me in the picture about the project? This means, can you explain the details of the project to me? She put him in the picture about the changes at work. This means she explained the changes happening at work. I need to put you in the picture before the meeting. This means I need to tell you everything before the meeting starts. The next phrase is keep somebody in the picture. Keep somebody in the picture means to keep someone informed about what's happening. Please keep me in the picture about any updates. This means please keep me informed about any changes. I will keep you in the picture as the situation develops. This means I will update you as things change. She kept her team in the picture about the project progress. This means she regularly told her team about how the project was going. The next phrase is keep somebody in the loop. Keep somebody in the loop means to make sure someone is involved and updated about a situation. Can you keep me in the loop about the meeting details? This means can you keep me informed about the meeting? She kept her boss in the loop about all the changes. This means she made sure her boss knew everything that was happening. I'll keep you in the loops. We finalize the plans. This means I'll update you as we finish. I'll update you as we finish making the plans. The next phrase is bring somebody up to speed. Bring somebody up to speed means to give someone all the necessary information about something. Let me bring you up to speed on the latest developments. This means I will give you all the important updates. He was brought up to speed on the project after being absent. This means he was informed about the project after missing some time. She'll bring you up to speed on what's been happening. This means she will explain the recent events to you. The next phrase is put somebody's mind at ease. Put somebody's mind at ease means to make someone feel less worried or anxious. The good news put her mind at ease. This means the good news made her feel less worried. His calm explanation put my mind at ease. This means his clear words helped me feel more relaxed. The doctor's advice put his mind at ease about the surgery. This means the doctor's words made him feel less worried about the surgery. The next phrase is set somebody's mind at rest. Set somebody's mind at rest means to make someone stop worrying about something. Her reassurance set my mind at rest. This means her calming words made me stop worrying. The manager set his mind at rest with the good news. This means the positive update helped him stop worrying. The clear instructions set everyone's mind at rest before the test. This means the instructions made everyone feel more confident. The next phrase is put the record straight. Put the record straight means to correct a false or mistaken belief. He had to put the record straight about the rumors. This means he corrected the false information that was spreading. She set out to put the record straight after the misunderstanding. This means she corrected what was wrong after the confusion. I'll put the record straight and explain what really happened. This means I will tell the truth to fix any wrong ideas. The next phrase is set the record straight. Set the record straight means to clarify something and correct mistakes or misunderstandings. He finally set the record straight about the project. This means he corrected any false ideas about the project. The lawyer helped set the record straight in court. This means the lawyer corrected any wrong information in the trial. It's time to set the record straight and clear up the confusion. This means we need to explain the truth to fix any misunderstandings. The next phrase is race along. Race along means to move quickly, often in a hurry. He raced along the street to catch the bus. This means he ran fast to reach the bus. The car raced along the highway. This means the car moved very quickly on the road. She raced along, eager to finish the race. This means she moved fast because she wanted to finish the race quickly. The next phrase is race down. Race down means to move quickly in a downward direction. The children raced down the hill on their bikes. This means the children rode quickly down the hill. He raced down the stairs to answer the phone. This means he ran quickly down the stairs to pick up the phone. She raced down the slide at the playground. This means she moved quickly down the slide. The next phrase is race over. Race over means to move quickly to a place. She raced over to the store to buy groceries. She hurried to the store to buy food. He raced over to help his friend after hearing the news. This means he quickly went to his friend's side to offer help. They raced over to the concert to get good seats. This means they hurried to the concert to find the best seats. The next phrase is raise your voice. Raise your voice means to speak louder, especially in anger or frustration. She raised her voice during the argument. This means she spoke louder because she was upset. Please don't raise your voice in front of the children. This means don't speak loudly in front of the kids. He raised his voice to be heard over the noise. This means he spoke louder to make sure people could hear him. The next phrase is read up on something. Read up on something means to learn about something by reading. I need to read up on the new company policies. This means I need to read to understand the new rules at work. She read up on the history of the city before her trip. This means she learned about the city's past by reading. He read up on the latest news about the economy. This means he studied the most recent information about the economy. The next phrase is realize an ambition. Realize an ambition means to achieve or fulfill a long-term goal. She worked hard to realize her ambition of becoming a doctor. This means she made her dream of being a doctor come true. He realized his ambition of opening a restaurant. This means he achieved his goal of starting a restaurant. It took years, but they finally realized their ambition of traveling the world. This means after a long time, they achieved their dream of traveling everywhere. The next phrase is realize a dream. Realize a dream means to make something you've dreamed about or hoped for come true. She realized her dream of being an artist. This means she made her dream of becoming an artist a reality. He finally realized his dream of owning a house. This means he achieved his goal of buying a house. They are working hard to realize their dream of starting a family. This means they are doing what they can to make their dream of having a family come true. The next phrase is realize a goal. Realize a goal means to achieve something you have worked towards. He realized his goal of finishing the marathon. This means he achieved his goal of running the marathon. She realized her goal of getting a promotion at work. This means she reached her goal of being promoted. After many years, they finally realized their goal of starting a business. This means they achieved their goal of launching a business. The next phrase is regardless of. Regardless of means without being affected by something. She continued working hard regardless of the challenges. This means she kept working despite the difficulties. He decided to move forward with the plan regardless of the cost. This means he went ahead with the plan even if it was expensive. They will finish the project on time regardless of the weather. This means they will complete the project on time no matter what the weather is like. The next phrase is relate to somebody. Relate to somebody means to understand or feel sympathy for someone's experiences or feelings. I can really relate to her situation. This means I understand and sympathize with what she is going through. He finds it hard to relate to people in his new job. This means he struggles to understand or connect with his colleagues. She relates to his struggles because she has experienced something similar. This means she understands his challenges because she has gone through something like it. The next phrase is return to normal. Return to normal means to go back to the usual or expected state after something unusual happens. After the storm, everything returned to normal. This means after the storm passed, things went back to how they were before. It took a few days for the office to return to normal after the renovations. This means it took some time for the office to go back to its regular state after the changes. The city will return to normal after the event is over. This means the city will go back to its usual routine after the event ends. The next phrase is rip something out. Rip something out means to pull or tear something out forcefully. She ripped the page out of the book. This means she tore a page from the book. He ripped the old wallpaper out of the room. This means he removed the wallpaper by tearing it down. They had to rip the old carpet out before installing the new one. This means they had to tear out the old carpet to replace it. The next phrase is rip something off. Rip something off means to steal or take something unfairly. He ripped off a designer bag from the store. This means he stole the bag from the store. She accused him of ripping off her ideas. This means she claimed he stole her ideas. The company was sued for ripping off a popular brand. This means the company was taken to court for copying a well-known brand. The next phrase is rip something from. Rip something from means to tear something away from something else. He ripped the letter from her hands. This means he took the letter from her by tearing it out of her hands. The thief ripped the wallet from her pocket. This means the thief stole her wallet by pulling it out of her pocket. She ripped the picture from the magazine. This means she tore the picture out of the magazine. The next phrase is role model. Role model means someone you look up to because of their positive qualities or achievements. She is a great role model for young people. This means she is a person others admire and want to be like. He sees his father as his role model. This means he looks up to his father as someone to emulate. Teachers should be role models for their students. This means teachers should set a good example for their students. The next phrase is room for improvement. Room for improvement means there is still potential to do better or improve. Her presentation was good, but there's room for improvement. This means her presentation was fine, but she could make it even better. The team's performance showed some progress, but there's still room for improvement. This means the team did better, but they can continue to improve. The project is going well, but there's room for improvement in certain areas. This means the project is successful, but some parts can still be enhanced. The next phrase is run down somebody or something. Run down somebody or something means to criticize or speak negatively about someone or something. He ran down his colleague in front of everyone. This means he criticized or spoke badly about his colleague in public. She kept running down the new project ideas. This means she kept criticizing the new ideas for the project. Don't run down the restaurant just because of one bad experience. This means don't criticize the restaurant based on just one bad visit. The next phrase is run somebody or something down. Run somebody or something down means to cause someone or something to slow down or stop working, often by damaging it. The car broke down because the engine ran down. This means the car stopped working because the engine was damaged or worn out. She ran herself down after working so hard for months. This means she became tired and exhausted from overworking. The storm ran down the old building. This means the storm caused the old building to fall apart or deteriorate. The next phrase is run on something. Run on something means to continue or operate using a specific resource like fuel or power. The car runs on electricity. This means the car uses electricity to operate. The machine runs on solar power. This means the machine uses energy from the sun to function. This company runs on coffee during busy seasons. This means the company depends on coffee to keep working during busy times. The next phrase is running water. Running water means water that flows continuously, such as in a stream or pipe. The house has running water for drinking and bathing. This means the house has water flowing through pipes for daily use. They enjoyed the sound of running water in the park. This means they liked the sound of water flowing in the park's stream. You need running water to wash your hands properly. This means you need water that flows through pipes to wash your hands. The next phrase is rush into something. Rush into something means to start something quickly without thinking carefully. She rushed into the decision without considering all the options. This means she made the decision quickly without thinking it through. Don't rush into buying a house, take your time. This means don't make a quick decision about buying a house without careful thought. He rushed into the meeting without preparing. This means he entered the meeting quickly without getting ready beforehand. The next phrase is safe to say. Safe to say means it is reasonable or certain to say something. It's safe to say that she's the best candidate for the job. This means it's reasonable to say she is the most qualified for the position. It's safe to say they will win the competition. This means it's almost certain they will win the competition. After all the tests, it's safe to say the patient is improving. This means it's reasonable to say that the patient's health is getting better. The next phrase is satisfy conditions. Satisfy conditions means to meet the requirements or standards for something. He satisfied all the conditions for the scholarship. This means he met all the necessary requirements to receive the scholarship. The product doesn't satisfy the conditions for certification. This means the product doesn't meet the necessary standards for certification. You need to satisfy the conditions of the contract before the deal can go through. This means you must meet all the requirements of the contract for the deal to be finalized. The next phrase is satisfy needs. Satisfy needs means to fulfill or meet the essential requirements or desires of someone. This job helps satisfy the needs of the community. This means the job meets the essential needs of the people in the community. The new policy aims to satisfy the needs of all customers. This means the policy is designed to meet the needs of every customer. Food and shelter satisfy basic human needs. This means food and shelter fulfill the basic requirements for survival. The next phrase is satisfy requirements. Satisfy requirements means to meet the specific conditions or criteria needed for something. He satisfied all the requirements for the scholarship. This means he met all the necessary conditions to qualify for the scholarship. The car does not satisfy the emissions requirements. This means the car does not meet the necessary standards for emissions. She satisfied the requirements for admission to the university. This means she met all the conditions needed to be accepted into the university. The next phrase is save somebody from doing something. Save somebody from doing something means to prevent someone from having to do something, often something unpleasant. Her quick actions saved him from getting hurt. This means she prevented him from being injured. The lifeguard saved the swimmer from drowning. This means the lifeguard rescued the swimmer and prevented them from drowning. His advice saved me from making a big mistake. This means his advice helped me avoid making a wrong decision. The next phrase is say something to yourself. Say something to yourself means to quietly or mentally think or speak something without others hearing. He said to himself, I can do this. This means he quietly thought to himself that he was capable. She said to herself that she would never give up. This means she mentally reminded herself to keep trying. I often say to myself that things will get better. This means I tell myself that improvements will come in time. The next phrase is scare somebody away. Scare somebody away means to cause someone to leave or stay away because they are frightened. The loud noise scared the birds away. This means the noise frightened the birds, causing them to fly off. His rude behavior scared all the customers away. This means his bad attitude caused customers to leave. The guard's presence scared the thieves away. This means the guard's appearance frightened the thieves, making them leave. The next phrase is scare somebody off. Scare somebody off means to make someone leave or stop trying because they are frightened or intimidated. The dog scared the intruders off. This means the dog frightened the intruders and made them leave. His aggressive approach scared the customers off. This means his behavior made the customers stop buying from him. The storm scared the hikers off the mountain. This means the hikers were frightened by the storm and decided to leave the mountain. The next phrase is set back somebody or something. Set back somebody or something means to delay or hinder someone or something from making progress. The rain set back the construction project by a week. This means the rain caused the project to be delayed by a week. The unexpected problem set him back in his work. This means the problem caused him to fall behind in his tasks. The economic downturn set back the company's plans for expansion. This means the economic issues delayed or hindered the company's growth plans. The next phrase is set foot in something. Set foot in something means to enter or arrive at a place. He set foot in the office for the first time today. This means he entered the office for the first time. She had never set foot in that restaurant before. This means she had never entered the restaurant previously. They set foot in the city after a long journey. This means they arrived in the city after traveling for a long time. The next phrase is set foot on something. Set foot on something means to step onto or arrive at a particular place, especially a surface like land or a location. He set foot on the beach for the first time in years. This means he stepped onto the beach after a long time. They set foot on foreign soil for the first time. This means they arrived in a foreign country for the first time. The hikers set foot on the mountaintop after hours of climbing. This means the hikers reached the top of the mountain after a long climb. The next phrase is settle in. Settle in means to become comfortable in a new environment or situation. It took a few days for her to settle in at her new job. This means she became comfortable and adjusted to her new job after a few days. We need time to settle in after moving to a new house. This means we need time to get used to living in the new house. He settled in quickly at the new school. This means he adapted to the new school environment without much difficulty. The next phrase is shake up something or shake something up. Shake up something or shake something up means to change something drastically or disturb the usual way of doing things. The new CEO plans to shake up the company's operations. This means the new CEO intends to make significant changes to how the company operates. The teacher's new methods really shook up the classroom. This means the teacher's new methods caused a big change in the classroom. The earthquake shook up the entire city. This means the earthquake caused a major disturbance in the city. The next phrase is shed tears. Shed tears means to cry or produce tears, often due to strong emotions. She shed tears after hearing the sad news. This means she cried because she was upset by the news. He shed tears of joy when his team won. This means he cried out of happiness because his team won. The movie was so emotional that it made many people shed tears. This means the movie made many people cry because it was emotionally moving. The next phrase is side effect. Side effect means an unintended or secondary result of an action or treatment, often negative. The medicine had a side effect of making her feel sleepy. This means the medicine caused her to feel sleepy as an unintended result. The new policy may have some side effects on the workers. This means the new policy may cause unintended consequences for the workers. One side effect of the diet was that he lost weight quickly. This means losing weight quickly was an unexpected result of the diet. The next phrase is so as not to do something. So as not to do something means to do something in order to avoid doing a particular thing. She left early so as not to miss the train. This means she left early to avoid missing the train. They whispered so as not to disturb this means they whispered in order to avoid disturbing the class. He studied hard so as not to fail the exam. This means he studied diligently to avoid failing the exam. The next phrase is solid gold. Solid gold means something made entirely of gold, often used to describe valuable objects. The necklace is made of solid gold. This means the necklace is made entirely of gold without any other materials. He gave her a solid gold ring for their anniversary. This means the ring was made entirely of gold. The trophy was made of solid gold. This means the trophy was crafted completely from gold. The next phrase is solid silver. Solid silver means something made entirely of silver, usually indicating high quality. The spoon is made of solid silver. This means the spoon is made entirely of silver. They bought a set of solid silver cutlery. This means they purchased cutlery that is made entirely of silver. The metal was crafted from solid silver. This means the metal was made entirely of silver. The next phrase is solid wood. Solid wood means wood that is not processed or made from layers of wood, usually indicating strength and quality. The table is made of solid wood. This means the table is made entirely from a single piece of wood. The chair is made of solid wood and is very sturdy. This means the chair is made from solid wood, which makes it strong and durable. They prefer furniture made from solid wood rather than particle board. This means they choose furniture made from real wood instead of cheaper processed materials. The next phrase is somebody's strong point. Somebody's strong point means something that a person is particularly good at or skilled in. Math is his strong point. This means he is very good at math. Her strong point is public speaking. This means she excels at speaking in front of an audience. Problem solving is one of her strong points. This means she is especially skilled at solving problems. The next phrase is somebody's travels. Somebody's travels means the trips or journeys that a person has taken. His travels around the world gave him a broad perspective. This means his trips to different countries helped him understand the world better. She often shares stories from her travels in Europe. This means she tells others about the places she visited in Europe. His travels included visits to many famous cities. This means he visited several well-known cities during his trips. The next phrase is squeeze through. Squeeze through means to pass through a small or narrow space, often with difficulty. He had to squeeze through the crowd to get to the front. This means he had to move through a crowded area to reach the front. She squeezed through the door before it closed. This means she passed through the door quickly before it shut. They squeezed through a narrow gap in the fence. This means they passed through a tight space in the fence. The next phrase is squeeze past. Squeeze past means to move past someone or something in a small or crowded space. He had to squeeze past other people to get to the exit. This means he moved through a crowded space to reach the exit. She squeezed past the cars to make her way to the sidewalk. This means she navigated through a tight space between the cars. We had to squeeze past the boxes in the hallway. This means we moved through a narrow space between the boxes in the hallway. The next phrase is stand at something. Stand at something means to be positioned or located at a particular place or point. He stands at the door waiting for his guests. This means he is positioned at the door while waiting for his guests. The temperature stands at 30 degrees Celsius today. This means the temperature is currently 30 degrees Celsius. The height of the building stands at 200 meters. This means the building's height is 200 meters. The next phrase is stand up to somebody or something. Stand up to somebody or something means to confront or resist someone or something in a confident or brave manner. She stood up to her boss when he gave her unreasonable demands. This means she confronted her boss confidently, challenging his unreasonable requests. The town stood up to the bully by protesting against his actions. This means the town resisted the bully by organizing protests. He stood up to the criticism and defended his ideas. This means he faced the criticism directly and defended his views. The next phrase is start out. Start out means to begin a journey, career, or activity. She started out as a teacher before becoming a principal. This means she began her career as a teacher and later became a principal. They started out their trip early in the morning. This means they began their journey at the start of the day. He started out as a small business owner. This means he began his career by running a small business. The next phrase is status symbol means something that represents or indicates a person's social or economic position. A luxury car is often seen as a status symbol. This means a luxury car is considered a sign of high social or economic status. The large mansion became a status symbol for the wealthy family. This means the mansion was a symbol of the family's wealth. Expensive watches are often regarded as status symbols. This means expensive watches are seen as indicators of a person's high status. The next phrase is stay away from something. Stay away from something means to avoid something or keep a distance from it. You should stay away from junk food if you want to stay healthy. This means you should avoid eating junk food to maintain your health. He stayed away from the argument to avoid getting involved. This means he kept his distance from the argument to not become part of it. Stay away from dangerous places at night. This means avoid going to risky locations during the night. The next phrase is stay on. Stay on means to continue doing something or remain in a place beyond the expected time. She decided to stay on after graduation to work at the university. This means she chose to remain at the university to work even after completing her studies. He stayed on at the company for an additional year. This means he continued working at the company for one more year. They stayed on to help with the cleanup after the event, means they continued helping even after the event ended. The next phrase is stem from something. Stem from something means to originate or result from something. Her confidence stems from her years of experience. This means her confidence comes from her extensive experience. The conflict stemmed from a misunderstanding. This means the conflict resulted from a misunderstanding. Many of their problems stem from poor communication. This means their issues are caused by a lack of good communication. The next phrase is step by step. Step by step means to proceed or do something gradually, one stage at a time. She explained the process step by step. This means she explained the process in a detailed and gradual manner. He completed the project step by step. This means he worked on the project one part at a time. Learning a new language takes time, step by step. This means learning a new language happens gradually with small efforts at each stage. The next phrase is stock market. Stock market refers to the system or place where shares of companies are bought and sold. He decided to invest in the stock market. This means he chose to buy and sell shares of companies. The stock market is very volatile at the moment. This means the stock market is experiencing a lot of fluctuations. Many people lost money during the crash in the stock market. This means many people lost money when the value of shares dropped suddenly. The next phrase is stop at nothing. Stop at nothing means to do whatever it takes to achieve something, even if it involves extreme measures. She would stop at nothing to get her promotion. This means she was willing to do anything, no matter the cost, to get promoted. He will stop at nothing to win the competition. This means he will do anything to ensure that he wins. They stopped at nothing to finish the project on time. This means they did everything necessary to complete the project by the deadline. The next phrase is store up something. Store up something means to accumulate or save something for the future. They store up food for emergencies. This means they save food in case of emergencies. She stored up a lot of money for her retirement. This means she saved money for her future after work. The company is storing up resources for the upcoming project. This means the company is saving resources for a future project. The next phrase is strike a balance. Strike a balance means to find a middle point between two opposing things or interests. It's hard to strike a balance between work and personal life. This means it's difficult to manage both work and personal life in a way that satisfies both. She struck a balance between being strict and being understanding with her children. This means she found a way to be both firm and caring with her children. You need to strike a balance between exercise and rest. This means you should find the right amount of exercise and rest for your health. The next phrase is stroll along. Stroll along means to walk casually or slowly, often in a relaxed manner. They strolled along the beach during sunset. This means they walked slowly and casually along the beach as the sun was setting. We like to stroll along the park in the evening. This means we enjoy walking leisurely in the park at night. He strolled along the streets, enjoying the scenery. This means he walked slowly, appreciating the views around him. The next phrase is stroll down. Stroll down means to walk leisurely along a path or street, usually heading downwards. She strolled down the hill, enjoying the view. This means she walked slowly down the hill, taking in the surroundings. We strolled down the avenue, window shopping. This means we walked leisurely down the street, looking at the store windows. They strolled down to the cafe for a coffee. This means they walked slowly to the cafe to have a coffee. The next phrase is stroll through. Stroll through means to walk casually and slowly through a place, often in a relaxed manner. She strolled through the park on a sunny afternoon. This means she walked leisurely through the park on a pleasant day. We strolled through the market looking at the stalls. This means we walked slowly through the market, examining the different stalls. He strolled through the art gallery, admiring the paintings. This means he walked casually through the gallery, appreciating the artwork. The next phrase is strong language. Strong language refers to harsh or offensive words or expressions, often used to show anger or strong feelings. He used strong language during the argument. This means he used harsh or rude words during the argument. She was upset and used strong language to express her frustration. This means she used offensive words to show her anger. The movie was rated R because it contained strong language. This means the movie was rated for mature audiences due to the use of offensive language. The next phrase is subject to something. Subject to something means being affected by, influenced by, or dependent on something. The offer is subject to availability. This means the offer depends on whether the item is still available. His decision is subject to approval by the committee. This means his decision needs to be approved by the committee before it is final. The price is subject to change without notice. This means the price may change at any time and customers will not be informed in advance. The next phrase is take effect. Take effect means to start having an impact or become active. The new law will take effect next month. This means the new law will start being enforced next month. The medicine took effect after about 30 minutes. This means the medicine started working after 30 minutes. The changes will take effect immediately. This means the changes will start to happen right away. The next phrase is take issue with somebody. Take issue with somebody means to disagree with or challenge someone, often in a confrontational way. He took issue with his colleague's suggestion during the meeting. This means he disagreed with his colleague's idea during the meeting. She took issue with the way her boss handled the situation. This means she disagreed with how her boss dealt with the issue. I take issue with your attitude towards the project. This means I disagree with the way you approach the project. The next phrase is take issue with something. Take issue with something means to disagree with or object to something, such as a statement or decision. He took issue with the new policy at work. This means he disagreed with the new policy at work. They took issue with the proposed changes to the law. This means they disagreed with the suggested changes to the law. I take issue with your analysis of the situation. This means I disagree with how you analyze the situation. The next phrase is take to somebody. Take to somebody means to develop a liking or fondness for someone. She really took to her new neighbor. This means she developed a liking for her new neighbor. He took to his mentor right away. This means he immediately liked and respected his mentor. They took to each other after their first meeting. This means they developed a positive connection after meeting for the first time. The next phrase is take to something. Take to something means to begin to enjoy or become good at something. She took to painting after attending the art class. This means she started enjoying painting after taking the art class. He took to running as a way to stay fit. This means he started enjoying running to improve his fitness. They quickly took to the new software at work. This means they quickly became comfortable and skilled with the new software. The next phrase is take your time. Take your time means to do something slowly and without rushing. There's no hurry, so take your time with the decision. This means you don't need to rush. You can think about the decision carefully. She took her time to finish the project perfectly. This means she worked slowly and carefully to complete the project. Take your time and enjoy the journey. This means don't rush. Take pleasure in the experience. The next phrase is talk business. Talk business means to discuss work-related matters, especially in a professional context. Let's meet and talk business about the new contract. This means let's meet to discuss work details regarding the new contract. They spent the whole meeting talking business. This means the entire meeting was focused on discussing work-related topics. We'll talk business after we have a coffee. This means we will discuss work matters once we're done having coffee.